Hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology channel here. The black and orange. Okay. Hi, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to lose it. I'm amused. We're going to start with something funny today. Okay. My cheeks are going to start hurting from smiling. All right. Thank you for being here on the Black and Orange Tarot and Astrology channel. I'm here literally every single day of the year. Just put your political questions in the chat before I come on, please. We have epic troll slayers. We have got a great community. You have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hi. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are there today with links, as usual. So you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed. Whatever works for you. So anyway, hi. Okay. Links in the description. I just want to start out by saying I thought I'd do something different today, a little different in that what deck I'm using. So I have gotten out ye old Buffy the Vampire Slayer deck. It is awesome. I'll be honest, it's been so long since I watched this series that a couple of these images, I'm like, I recognize that, but I can't remember. But exactly who that is. But anyway, so I wanted to do something different. I knew we'd need the cats. I knew there would be some ugliness in the news, and we'd need the kitties. I knew that, and I thought this would be a nice change. And then I found out about the first thing we're covering today. Oh, the coincidence. Anyway, I won't even go on today's episode. We're just going to jump right in at 2 minutes 30 seconds. Here's the upshot. In Slovenia, they keep making statues of Melania or Trump, what have you. The first thing I heard about them was they kept getting cut off at the ankles and people carting them away like to melt down the bronze. Whew, okay. Turns out it's more complicated than that. Turns out there are 3 statues, all different. Well, basically different. The first statue was wooden. This is like the tale of the 3 pigs. The tale of the piggish administration. The first statue of Melania was made of wood, and someone burned it down. So the second identical statue of Melania was made of bronze. And my understanding is they cut it off the ankles and carted it off because the bronze is more valuable as something else. But the third one is someone made a wooden statue of Donald Trump. I have got to share the images of all 3 of these statues with you. Now, it's discombobulated over several articles. I don't know if I should. Not there. Just double checking. And did I miss it? Hang on. Sorry. Where is it? I could have sworn I pulled this over. Oh, I did. It's right there. Okay. So we need. Okay. We're here. Let me get rid of the kitties for a minute, and we will share screen. AP. Oh no, we'll do Daily Beast. Bronze statue of Melania cut off at the ankles and stolen. Okay, here's the thing though. First of all, this thing is so ugly. You know what a big proponent of art I am. I would love if the worst thing we had to deal with in life was ugly art. I believe art should be absolutely promoted as a way to process emotions, to express yourself peacefully, on and on. This is the ugliest thing. It's just slabs. And the original in wood, I think, is down here. Yeah. They painted it, it's made same thing, but it's painted blue because of her original, the outfit she was wearing at the first inauguration. So that was the first one. And it's fire damaged. And then they made this out of bronze. And bronze statue of Melania Trump cut off at the ankles and stolen. Okay. So, Rob is saying, so now it's called Melania Stump. There we go. Okay, so, all right. So there's this silliness, okay? But here, it gets even better. Because, it gets better. Make sure I'm in the right place. Because somebody else in Slovenia made, let me see if I get the biggest picture, made a huge, okay, interesting. Google's saying this image is from this website, but you go to the website, it's not there. All right, so let me just show you this. I'll show you the Google results. Someone made a wooden statue of Donald Trump. Oh yeah, that's a look. The arm being raised is supposed to be something like the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, right. Okay, but here's the thing, right? Statue of Donald Trump. It's not just the statue. Because there's a second part to the statue that if you flip a lever on the inside, his mouth opens. And inside, it looks like this. Oh, chef's kiss. Oh yeah. And it is very much all about Donald Trump being two-faced. That's what the artist was specifically saying. Wow. Yes, visualize 7D. Don't you mean the Statue of Liability? Yes. Whew. Okay. Anyway, so in Slovenia, Oh, and full disclosure, I don't know that it would matter, but on my mother's side of the family, the entire side of that family came over from Slovenia and Croatia. So, and I have been told all my life I look Croatian. So just so you know, just letting you know. But this is glorious. This is what art should be. This is it. SW, thank you so much. Gifted 5 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Makes a big difference. Okay, I just want to read on this. Can this please be a thing? And that Melania, after all of the plastic surgery she's had and all of that stuff, and they made her face a slab. And they gave her thick ankles, which still didn't stop someone from coming along stealing the statue to melt down the bronze. Whew. Dave says maybe Melania is a distant cousin. Well, there's not much resemblance, so at least there's that. And I very much have my grandmother's nose. So anyway. Okay. In this deck, okay, and here's the thing. Because of this deck, there may be some Buffy the Vampire Slayer references that come up. If you haven't seen Buffy, that's fine. You can still watch. It's not going to be like all Buffy all the time. It's just the Page of Chalices is the Page of Cups is the card for this reading, and it's that guy. So if you know, you know. If you don't, that's fine. Okay. All right, stakes are wands, scythes are swords. Awesome. So, worry, sleepless nights, sun. To be honest, the sense I get, I haven't seen any polling on this or anything, but the sense I'm getting is there are quite a few people who are embarrassed in the old country. That really this is how we, basically we've got Ava Braun. Really? That's who's supposed to be representing? That's Knight of Swords. There's a Justice card and a Nine of Pentacles sitting pretty. Well, it's Justice because of her. She's sitting pretty, but this is the reality of what's seen, and this is quite an aggressive statement. So, oh, Charles, thank you so much. God, thank you. It really helps. Thank you. All right. I'm just getting embarrassment that there are people in Slovenia who are embarrassed by this, who are just like, oh. So, Visualize 70 says Ava Prawn. Whew. King of Wands. That's Dumpy's card. Sorry, Xavier. Three of Pentacles, plan. Seven of Wands. On the defensive. All right. So there's not much there, but wow. Okay. Xander, not Xavier. I don't know why my brain just went there. Xander. Of course it's Xander. You think I'd never watched Buffy? I watched it many times, the whole series. Xander. Anyway. Okay. Veronica says the whole administration is a joke, but not funny. That's true. But this is funny. I very much enjoyed this. So anyway, it's the slab. So they burned down the first one, basically. So anyway, all right. Moving on. At 1620, we've come a long way from the Dixie Chicks. Or maybe it was just they were treated unfairly because they're women. But anyway, from Bruce Springsteen in Manchester, UK, to Robert De Niro at Cannes in France, more and more celebrities are publicly speaking out against the President dumpster fire while on foreign soil. As Orangina becomes more Putin-esque, will these people face consequences once they return home? Trump, Dumpy has already threatened Springsteen that they might not let him come home. Oh, please. Rosebud says, I still like the Dixie Chicks. And you should. I think it was ridiculous how they were blacklisted. That was stupid. But anyway. Really? You're gonna come down on Bruce Springsteen? Really? Oh. Interesting. Card for the reading is Strength. They have, which is they changed their name to the Chicks out of a need not to use anything from the Confederate South. Okay, thank you. The Strength card, which is he has a right to speak his mind anywhere. Yes, Gene Hall, the Born in the USA guy, banned from the USA. Yeah. And for those who aren't familiar with the details, the song Born in the USA is not, it's not a rah America song at all. Anyway, but he has a right to say what he wants, and so did the Chicks, and so does everyone has a right to speak every American has a right to speak their mind. Donald Trump is a disgusting human being. He is an affront to all of humanity. He is the living embodiment of all 7 deadly sins. He has 34 felony convictions. He's an adjudicated R word. He is a con man. He is scum of the earth. And we are on video 2,363 on this channel. And if there are any of those videos where I have not made it perfectly clear, I should go back and change them to make it perfectly clear. Anyway, the Emperor. But King of Chalices, Bruce Springsteen is specific. There are other people who've been speaking out, but specifically, he's very much going to speak out against the Emperor. Queen of Chalices, these are all the people that would support Bruce Springsteen, or at least support his position on this. 6 of Scythe, this is going over water. This is overseas. And the end card is the Hanged Man. I don't think Trump's going to be able to do anything besides complain. So, yeah. Laura says, tell us how you really feel. Oh, anyway, okay. So, continue flapping your gums, President Dumpster Fire. Anyway, moving on. This is a 3-card continuation. Very quickly, 2040. Will there be any kind of chick-esque fallout from MAGA? Honestly, I think there might not. I'm not saying it's going to be many, but there might even be a couple of people who voted for Trump who, they're big Bruce Springsteen fans, and they're like, Obviously, the MAGA faithful will condemn, blah, blah, blah. But it feels like just a handful of people will be like, that's interesting. Thank you, stars. Whew. All right. Will there be any fallout from MAGA? There'll be some people who are mad, but we're used to that. Overseas, yeah. Full heartbreak. King of Swords. You can't do anything. Trump can't do anything. And yeah, okay, moving on. Old Silver says Trump is bragging now about making Taylor Swift unpopular. I don't have any cash, but here. Hang on. All right. Pretend. All right. Pretend this is cash. Okay. Pretend this is cash. Right? Money. Taylor Swift. Yes, I'm sure she's going to be just heartbroken that Donald Trump has made her unpopular. Please. Anyway. Now, this has been all over social media. There is, and I need to say right up front, the Department of Homeland Security, they have been pushing back on this, saying that this isn't a thing. But the thing is, the funny thing about this is, if they weren't so awful, nobody would believe this even for a second. And there are a lot of people talking about this. The Department of Homeland Security has been working with writer and producer Rob Worsoff from Duck Dynasty to pitch a reality TV show entitled The American, where immigrants will compete in a string of challenges across the country, quote, for the honor of fast-tracking their way to U.S. citizenship, unquote. The program pitch reportedly starts with 12 pre-vetted contestants arriving at Ellis Island in New York City aboard, quote, the Citizenship, unquote. The show's host, preferably a, quote, famous naturalized American, unquote, like Colombian Sofia Vergara or Canadian Ryan Reynolds, will welcome them with a personalized baseball glove. Contestants would then travel from state to state aboard a train called The American to learn about each region's history and culture and compete in themed contests ranging from balancing on logs in Hayward, Wisconsin, to building and launching a rocket in Florida's Cape Canaveral, which houses a major NASA hub. Homeland Security is saying this isn't a thing. That's an awful lot of detail for something that's not a thing. I mean, I might have been reading on, is this a bad idea? This is vile. This is like that much short of, oh, what was that? What was that? What was that movie? Prisoners driving. If you win enough races, you get set free. There's a slab in the back of the main character's car called the Tombstone. I can't remember, what was that? Something race? Anyway. It's just short of that. Ryan Reynolds. I don't think Sophia or Ryan would go anywhere near this, but okay. It's just, there's a lot of detail there for Death Race. Was that it? Thank you, Anne. Yeah, this is Death Race. It's not fully Hunger Games, but yeah. Thank you. No, just no, this is not a thing. Now, Queen of Wands. Who's the head of Homeland Security? Is that, what's her name? Is that Gabbard? Queen of Wands. Here's the sun. Ready for your close-up. 5 of Wands, which is just be trying to stir stuff up. Knight of Pentacles. Somebody would be, I mean, does this have to be sanctioned by the U.S. government? And who would pay for this? Was it Noem? Kristi Noem. Thank you. Thank you, Libby. Tower. And Page of Cups. You wouldn't need much. This is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. It will not happen. During the Insecurity Barbie, Kristi Noem. Thank you. Tulsi's intelligence. Oh, Amy, is she? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah, this is no. Anyway. Airlines. We know that the FAA is having troubles. Air traffic controllers are having huge troubles. At 2840. I would like to point out that at this precise moment, Aaron Parnas is a national treasure. His news updates are amazing. So he was reporting on this. Airlines are reportedly collecting your data and selling it to ICE. The data includes full flight itineraries, passenger name records, and financial details, which are otherwise difficult or impossible to obtain, both for past and future flights. It's fed into a secretive government intelligence operation called the Travel Intelligence Program and provided to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, and other federal agencies. Records reveal. The question here I was asked was, what the fudge? between Newark, there was a drop in communication in Denver, was it? Between all of that and this kind of nonsense, airlines are asking for trouble. The tip of my nose right here itches. Just right there. It just happens sometimes, and it looks ridiculous. And I'm sure someone watching is like, "Oh, you're wiping your nose." No, it's clean and it's right there. Okay, I feel better now. 8 of Cups. Well, in this deck, that is definitely traveling. I wonder if there's going to be some kind of lawsuit about this, because this is very much bringing this to light. This is the executives who are helping their bottom line, because it says they're selling this to ICE. So our taxpayer money is going to this, and the airlines are profiting. Grand. 3 of Cups, though. The burden on the right, 10 of Wands, and it ends in the 10 of Challenges. Happy family. So that it does feel like there's going to be some pushback on this, where they are all burdened by this kind of cruelty. But Raymond, could you do me a favor? Please take that out of the chat. But we adore you. Okay. Now, also full disclosure, I was around aviation for decades. My ex was a commercial pilot and started with going to school for that, and then all the way up and working, and the constant having to move and the financial problems and the whole 9 yards. And I worked at an FBO, flight-based operations, where the private planes would come in and out of the airport. I worked at the front desk. And I also worked in the front desk at a flight school. So I know what pilots go through. I know quite a bit about the training and about what the mechanics have to do, and the people working the ramps and all of this stuff. And it's safer. It really is safer than most people think. It's just dumpster fire and his dumpster fire administration are not helping. So I'm just saying. But really, selling all that information. Again, King of Pentacles. Wonder if the CEOs are going to get their bonuses. Ms. Gibson, what happened to Linda G? I heard about Linda G. What about her? Is she okay? Huh. Okay. Yeah, people in power. And someone with immense power, like a president, versus people who are just barely getting by, 2 of Pentacles. This causes chaos. Knight of Wands. Oh yeah, just send it directly to Jackboot Homan. There's the Empress and the Knight of Pentacles. I just feel sorry for anybody caught up in this. This is a PR mess, but it's also just cruel and awful. She's fine. Okay, good. Giovanna says nothing. She's fine. Good. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is just file. All right. 3520. I have a question for you, actually. Well, I have two questions. One, have you seen the banner on the front of the USDA? There are two banners. One is a gargantuan banner with Abraham Lincoln's image. That's on the right. And then on the left, there's now a giant banner with President Dumpy's face. With the parade going forward, if you've seen that, please tell me that's the only one. Because there's some fear that there's going to be like banners like that in DC. And I agree, Arsenault, it's gross. Yeah. Kim Jong-un, they couldn't fit him in the picture too. You know, that's the kind of stuff they do. That's the kind of stuff they do in like North Korea. And it's one thing to have a great big picture of a historical president. That's awesome. But the sitting president, 100-foot banner hanging there with his big ugly mug on it. So Rose Blue was asking, now that big banners of Orangina are all over DC, will the results be small paint splatters that appear all over them? Wow, like the best paintball game that's ever happened. Something. Yes, Jolene, money for banners and parades, but no money for kids or the disabled. Anybody remember the opening scene of Swing Kids? It's a little high. The banner's up a little high, but... Ms. Gibson's asking, did the Supreme Court rule on birthright citizenship? No, they heard the arguments and they should rule at the end of June, is what I heard. Queen of Chalices. USDA. United States Department of Agriculture. Three of Pentacles, there's the plan. King of Pentacles, people willing to go along with it. 10 of Swords, ouch. 5 of Pentacles, people out in the cold. And the Strength card. There are a lot of people grossed out by this. And if Dumpy got in his head that he wanted to do this all over DC, he better hope that they're all well above head height. Or, did you hear about what happened to the statues of Melania in Slovenia? Gross. Anyway. Whew. Okay. Oh, this one, I guffawed, I admit. 39.39, why not? Kid Rock. Oh, yeah. Kid Rock went on a rant on Fox News saying that the falling birth rate in the country is because liberal women are ugly. He doesn't want to sleep with me? Do you promise? Oh my gosh, the man is a human scab. I mean, he's disgusting. Everything about him is disgusting. Evil Knievel is offended by his outfits. Do you promise you don't want to sleep with me? Good. You find me ugly? Oh. So, please. This goes to that whole male loneliness epidemic. If you're not a jerk, you won't be lonely. Just saying. Judgment. Oh yeah, definite judgment. We know that they want the Kid Rock is the big MAGA man. They want women to be less because that's the only way that their tiny little blown glass egos can survive. King of Swords. Yes, being obnoxious, being a troll, being awful. There's the Sun. Well, she has to not only not be a liberal, but she'd better have particular skin color too, I'm sure. Two of Swords, that would be a choice. Five of Swords, best card possible for the end of this. Adding insult to injury. Needless is threatened by strong, independent women. Mm-hmm. Okay, anyway. You're just gonna grow old alone with your cats. Do you promise? If he was closer, I'd just pull Boo Boo over and just blow a raspberry on his side. He hates that. Anyway, Katie and Pratt had a more serious question at 43:30. Come on, work with me here. There we go. Okay, Katie and Pratt was asking, how many rights will the right wing give up before they finally have had enough and say no more? Chances I'd rather be ugly than stupid. Okay. Whew, that was good. All right, seriously, how many rights are you going to give up before you go? No. It kind of changes the meaning of owning the libs when you're all serfs. Yeah, and the powerful are going to own you too. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. So, Ten of Pentacles, the dynasty. The old way of doing things, where you have the robber barons and you have the abject poverty and cruelty. King of Swords. Those are your lawyers, those are your judges, those are the people who are there to protect your rights. Nine of Pentacles, sitting pretty. Three of Pentacles, their plan. Ace of Pentacles, who's got the money. Page of Swords. No, they're it's the sheer number of MAGA people even now who are saying, well, short-term pain for long-term gain. You lied to your face over and over and over. But no, it just needs more time. Then everything will be wonderful. So will they keep giving up their rights? Yeah. It's a cult. It's a cult mentality. So D. Crayfield says, ooh, pinkness. I just got here. It's a little bit peachy. Made me think of Prince this morning. Color me peach and black. Color me taken aback. Got the look. All right, 4630. Really interesting question from Cosmic Goat Lady. 4638. When President Dumpster Fire, when he passes, as we all will eventually, I do not want this man, no, I want him alive. I want him voted out of office. And I want him to be held accountable for his crimes. Anyway, but we all shall pass at some point. When the dumpster fire passes, will most of his properties go up for tax evasion or loan default? Now, you would think with the amount of money he is grifting and the amount his children are in on the grifting, you would think that no, he wouldn't. They'll always have the family. They'll always have money. They'll blah, blah, blah. But who here honestly thinks that all the money going to Trump and the Trump family right now is completely above board? Yes, Lewis, champagne bottles. Yes, MS, when in the fullness of time. Yes. Well, I'm getting one message very clear, which is the one thing that dumpster fire Trump doesn't get. You can't take it with you. Money is something we all have to deal with as we go along in life. But at the now and at the hour of our death, what's really going to matter is what your vibration was like. Is it high? Is it low? Did you care about people? Did you do anything to make the world better for you being in it? And I know you have. He hasn't. Much worse. Much worse. You can't take it with you. So what I've got is happy families, something he knows nothing about. Judgment. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Four of Pentacles, a day late and a dollar short. 10 of Pentacles, the legacy. Six of Wands, his victory. But you still have to go, and as we all do, but you still have to go, and you can't take it with you. There are going to be questions. Judgment, day late and a dollar short. but he'll have made a chunk of money from the corruption of this administration. So, and the one thing that always gives me comfort, and that is that no matter what it looks like on the surface, Donald J. for Genius Trump has to live inside the head of Donald J. for Genius Trump 24/7. And that's ugly. That's ugly. So, speaking of grifting, I cannot. 51 minutes in. Flames coming out of the sides of my head. Donors can secure a dedicated VIP experience at upcoming military events for Trump, including a proposed large-scale parade on his birthday. Those of you who've watched Supernatural, we keep going back to that episode where Lilith took over a little tiny girl. It's my birthday every day. Yeah. The VIP treatment will also extend to a readiness demonstration involving thousands of troops at Fort Bragg, North Carolina on June 10th, as well as a July 4th Independence Day bash in Washington, D.C. Is anyone going to do anything about this man making stupid amounts of money from his office? I'm not going to hold my breath. Louis, that's a good question. I wonder if Putin's going to jump out of the cake. Okay. Cindy Lou just said, puke. Yeah. And the grift goes on. You know, Six of Cups. This is how it used to be. Here's the thing. If Ten of Cups, so these are Democrats together. Happy family. Knight of Wands. So this is him doing all this obnoxious stuff. But as the economy continues to sink, and I'm sorry to say, it is going to continue to sink for a while, no matter what they're trying to rah about it. Nine of Swords is a lot of worry, and there's a Wheel of Fortune. What this says to me is, as if the economy gets bad enough, there are going to be enough people willing to vote in the midterms who are going to be like, no. And the Wheel of Fortune will turn. And you get Democrats controlling the House. Certainly if they're controlling the House and the Senate. Oh, things are going to change. Please vote. Please vote. Please. All right. All right. I want to make sure I get to. All right. Man. 5430. Hurricane season begins in 2 weeks. I'm sorry to say. You know, I thought one of the things that was really great, there was when my parents first moved to Baton Rouge, and I lived at home with them while I was in college, while they lived there, which is for, I don't know, year or two. There was a hurricane that was coming through, even to Baton Rouge, which is way inland. But there was a hurricane coming through, And it was the neatest thing that on certainly the second floor front of the house, the shutters worked. They were just decorative. I thought, they're decorative. No, we just turn that, and they weren't hinges, and you could just close it and just close the other one, and it was safe. It was thick wooden shutters, and it was like, oh, I like this. This is awesome. Why don't more people have working shutters down here, considering the sheer number of times people have had to board up their windows? I'm sure it comes down to money and what have you, and I'm not trying to talk like a spoiled brat. I'm not saying, oh, let them eat cake. No, I'm just saying, as a Yankee, as a Northerner, I was like, oh, this is clever. This should be like the thing. But yeah, you gotta have money for that. Anyway. Yeah. So FEMA's new leader has admitted that the all-important disaster relief agency has not completed its plan for hurricane season, which begins in 2 weeks. Oh, Raymond, I agree. Shutters won't protect you from flooding. I'm not saying, and shutters are expensive. I'm just saying, I remember at the time being like, this is genius. Anyway, reportedly, the plan they have is only 80% done and requires further work and cooperation with Kristi Noem. That plus the fact that even Trump has not been helping with some of the disasters that have cropped up in red states even. Joyce, that's a point. The plan will be ready in 2 weeks. That was good. Grace says, so a concept of a plan. Yeah. Ooh, quiet as a tomb. I don't like that. King of Swords. Knight of Wands. King of Swords are in the center. Four of Pentacles, stay late and $1 short, and there's the World. So this feels like act of God stuff. Day late and $1 short because of these Yahoo regulators. The thing is that I don't even know where. I mean, it isn't necessarily safe anywhere from disasters. I mean, I'm in Chicago. We get tornadoes. There are places that get flooding, even places that don't normally, or hurricanes, or just bad storms, or But gosh, it was nice when we had a federal government that actually cared. So hang in there. Hang in there. All right, I'm going to pull one card for us. Which part of the Buffyverse are we going to get for a card for us at 59 minutes? Six of Wands. Interesting. Because the Six of Wands is traditionally, it's a card of victory. The guy on the horse with his banner is one, and the other horses and the parade and no. But in this deck, that's the back in the back room of the magic shop in later seasons. There was a workout room, and one of the things was this. He's not real. It's like a scarecrow, where you practice staking vampires or whatever it was. Their victory, The victory is not what it's cracked up to be. So on the one hand, it may look like they're winning. I don't think so. I really don't. I think there are a lot more cracks under the surface. And I think that, like, we go over the news, we get we keep ahead of some of the potential, some of the things that come down the pike, whereas other people just, it hits them out of the blue. Forewarned is forearmed. I don't think everything is as hunky-dory, and they keep losing in court. So we just hang in there. Seriously, hang in there. All right. All right, it is 1:14 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You are always welcome. We're going to be productive. That's what we do. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. I'm here every single day of the year. There will be new art. There will be new questions. There will be newness, fresh, poppin' fresh. All right, so please hang in there. You're not alone. We're in this together. And there are good days ahead. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See you later.